Well, it was a long time ago, but I have to say that I do remember that day. There was this big lead up. I received my letter of acceptance telling me that I was, the telephonist for Dresley. I remember getting up early that day, having breakfast, and then, my dad having to take me and drop me off because I was 15 at the time. So obviously didn't have my license. Got there way early because, my parents were concerned that I'd be late. So, got there way earlier than what I needed to, but once I got there, it was fantastic. We had an awesome day. So Davroe was first formulated in 1987. It was a small range of products, and I remember at the time there was a couple of shampoos, conditioner, Impact, Vapect, Formation. Those products are still around now. And I remember one of the processes for producing those products was that we would get to trial, and we'd be involved in the trial process of these particular products, and we'd have to give our report about what we liked or disliked about the product. So yeah, 1987. First product that Davroe made was Impact, which is now called Replenish, Formation, which is still Formation now, and another product which is a favourite was Vapect. That is now called Tame Detangler. And just by coincidence, last week we had a young girl who sent us a photo of the original Vapect that her grandmother had, which was absolutely fantastic to us to see something like that. We then proceeded to send this young lady and her grandma some Davroe products and the new Tame Detangler for her to try. When we made the decision to take over the company, it wasn't in the strongest position, so we needed to do something that was going to be different. We needed to change what we were already doing because it wasn't working. So that's when we decided to take the Davroe brand down the wellness path, which meant to us meant removing sulfates, parabens, petrochemicals, removing all animal and animal byproducts, making us vegan. We were always cruelty-free. We'd never tested on animals in our 80-odd year history, and that was the decision that we made back then. It felt amazing. Making that decision 12 years ago now was no easy decision to make. It was something that we were passionate about and something that I really wanted to do, but it had never been done in Australian salon brands. So that was something that we were very, very proud of, that we were the first company to introduce that. And I have to say that 12 years ago, not everyone was ecstatic about it or excited about it as what we were, because that was still a real turning point at that time. So we're so amazed and so happy that we were the first to be able to do that and bring those salon professional products to the Australian consumer and to hairdressing salons. I think that was more to perception. Let's say perception that these particular shampoos wouldn't lather. If shampoo doesn't lather, is it not cleaning? The perception that if the hair wasn't squeaky clean, then it wasn't cleaned. In actual fact, the hair shouldn't be squeaky clean because then we've removed all the essential oils. So it was a whole retraining of the salon and the salon operators to truly understand what the shampoos were about. So they were about low irritant products, had removed all these so-called nasties out. So it was a massive undertaking, to be completely honest, because back 12 years ago people weren't so concerned about things like they are now. So it was interesting back then, but something that we're so proud of achieving, And you know, back then it took us 12 to 18 months to get all these formulations right. So it wasn't an overnight thing. It was something that we put a lot of time, a lot of effort in, a lot of thought in. So we were extremely happy with the product that we launched in 2008. Obviously since then things have changed and ingredients get better and you know, products get better. So we're excited that we're able to keep up to date with all new ingredients that come out to provide the optimum product that we sell to our salons. Good question. That's something that I get asked all the time. You have no idea how many people are telling me that our products aren't made here in South Australia in our laboratories. I'm here to tell you that that's where our products are made. That's where they've always been made. And we're really, really proud of it. So we're a South Australian owned company. We're Australian made, South Australian made right here in South Australia, which we're really, really proud of. So. It feels great. To be completely honest, I don't think of it as work. I think that makes a really big difference. You know, when I fell into this at the age of 15. I was asked to go and interview for this position. At that stage, I didn't know what I wanted to do or didn't want to do. Certainly, I didn't think I'd be here 34 years down the track owning this company and achieving what we're achieving with the brand, which is fantastic. All I knew is that when I got there, it felt right. I enjoyed it. There was an abundance of information, knowledge that I was just soaking up and asking questions. So I think I love the fact. Some people might view it as, not good that, you've been with the company for so long. Other people might view it differently. For me, it's just been an incredible journey that I've been able to take a lot of people along the way with me. Some who are still with us, in the company, some that aren't. Everyone's played a little part along the way. And, for me right at this minute, like I said earlier, I don't see it as work. I love going there every day. I love seeing the people that work for us every day. And it's been an amazing ride, so I love it. Well, there's always something happening at Davroe. Staff can tell you that. We've just recently released 2 new products, Davroe Revive Dry Shampoo and our Davroe Complete Aerosol Hairspray. Revive has received some amazing reviews, so we're really excited about that particular product. Aerosol's just come in and just starting to go out now, so we're really, really excited about that. Lots of things coming up, lots of things I can't tell you about at this stage, but hopefully we'll be able to keep you in the loop as time goes on. Quite simply, we test them. So in the case of a new product being formulated, our formulating chemist will produce the first sample. He might try it on his hair to get to a stage where he's happy with something. Then it'll come to me, so I'll take it home, I'll trial it. We might go through 2, 3, 4 different samples to get where I'm happy with the product. From there, it'll go to the Davroe internal team, which is our lovely girls in the office, our sales team, our education team. So they'll go through, trial the product, give feedback. So anything that needs to be tweaked or changed will go back to the lab. From there, it'll go to a selected group of our Davroe salons for testing in salons. So then they'll also give us their feedback. And from there, again, any changes that need to be made, we'll do a final test of the product that everyone is happy with. And from there, it'll get packaged and sent out to our salons to be sent on to our consumers. Well, I don't feel like Superwoman, but you're right, I have got an amazing team by my side. Our CEO, John, who is also my husband, business partner, we made a decision 12 years ago to take over this company, and I'm really proud of what we've achieved and what we've done together, as well as Stuart, our formulating chemist, or one of our formulating chemists. He's done an amazing job with our formulations. Andrew, who's our national sales manager, he's been with us for nearly 8 years now. We've got an amazing team in-house. Filio, who's my sister. It's amazing working with her, and also Jim, our IT and operations manager, together with our amazing Davroe family, our girls in the office, boys in the lab, in the warehouse, our sales team. And a big thank you to our Davroe clients, our customers, our salons who have been with us, some from 30 years ago when this brand came out, some when we took over, and some who are just jumping on board now. We welcome you, and anybody else that'd like to come along for our ride, please come along. We'd like to have you with us. So thank you to everyone, and thanks to my amazing family and friends who have helped us along the way. Definitely not. So Davroe is a vegan product. We believe that we don't need to use animal products or animal byproducts. It's as simple as that. So anyone can use Davroe. Oh, there's been top 3. That's a bit hard. There's been so many. Some that are very quite personal to me. But I think as a company, I think the top 3 have been the fact that we were the first Australian hair care manufacturer to produce a salon professional range that was sulfate, paraben, petro-free, vegan. I think that's probably one of the biggest highlights in the last 34 years. Second would be showcasing our brand, our little brand that's made here in South Australia, to the world in Europe and the US. I think that's been absolutely fantastic and mind-blowing. And third, I think would have to be, this is our 3rd year that we're going to New York for Fashion Week, and I think that that's absolutely amazing. So being able to showcase the brand in that forum and that setting has been fantastic. So they're my top 3. Well, I can share with you that we are going to New York again this year with Fashion Palette. A lot of you know that I'm really excited about what that's all about, and giving Australian designers up and coming, or a little bit established designers, an opportunity to showcase in New York on a massive platform in front of buyers and media and influencers from all over the world. So we are heading back to New York in September. Very excited. Also very excited to say that most of our Davroe creative team will be coming with us again, which is awesome. Headed up by Ben from Made Hair. This time, hopefully, Ben, there will be no hurricanes involved or anything like that. Not sure if I've got to take you in my suitcase to make sure you're there, so I'm very, very excited that we're heading back over there, and that should be awesome. There's some amazing Australian designers already up who have signed on, so we're very excited to be working with them as well.